Hey guys, welcome to Farm Simulator 19 on Oakfield Farm. Yes, unlike yesterday, I have my micro actually switched on. So, what happened to yesterday's video, for those of you that are wondering, as I'm going to finish up doing some things here. Ooh. Pickup chain, doesn't have all the required fittings. That's the baler that just got updated. Anyway, yeah, so I was 17 minutes into yesterday's video. And then I realised, well, I needed to cough, so I went to mute my mic, and then at that point I realised, hang on, out the corner of my eye, any of you that don't know, OBS has the bars that go up and down, so you can see the sound levels. They started moving. At that point I said quite a few explicits, looked across, ended this video quick, opened up Premiere, put it into there, wait for the sound files to generate, to see a flat line under the microphone. 17 minutes into a video. Yeah. Pissed. I don't know how I managed to do that. I really don't, but I did. So, yesterday for you guys, today for me, Thursday. Holy crap, fair play to Giants. They updated all of their mods they've put out for the sound fixes. I would love to know what they've done in the sound files, though. If anyone actually knows, let me know. I know some of the files definitely have changed, like the actual sounds of the machines. But I would love a more in-depth of what actually happened. I should probably hit up Lars to see if he knows, but knowing him, he probably doesn't know. What field is this? That's probably 29, isn't it? Why are the lights, those flashing like no tomorrow? 29. Does it already have the course? No. Alright, so for now I will just go through and nuke those lines. There we go. Nearest waypoint. Be off with you. Now, I've not been on this map since redoing the shader cache. Since the update, actually, so the map may lag in some areas. So, what I shall be doing is I'll just go through every vehicle quick and do the spinny spin. This is exactly what I mean. See the stutteriness there? It's got to load in the shaders. I completely forgot about this. So if you get motion sick, just look away. Apologies, I completely forgot to do this. Alright, we should be good now. So you guys, if you did look away, you can look back. Now, it's something that on a page that I'm part of on Facebook, fairly fresh page that I've just joined on Facebook, and I will be probably leaving because it's just got nothing for me right now. And it's a whole bunch, it seems like it's an American page more than anything. I joined it under the inception it had a mod on there that I was interested in, and it doesn't appear to. But it seems like there's a whole bunch of people just complaining with a 1.4 patch. Wow, why is there so much stuttering? The 1.4 patch ruined their game. And they've got issues with it. And I'm sat here going, what issues? I've not seen any. What is cropping up here? It doesn't usually stutter for this long. That's all good in there, right? Yeah, I could do a bit of cleaning out. We'll go clean it up. And there are just so many people complaining, and it seems like they're complaining about very similar things. And I'm really thinking, like, they must be all using very similar mods. Must be all very crap. And that the page is full of your typical American pickups, high polys, no quality control sort of thing. It's just, you know what's going on. And I'm sat there like, I've not had a single issue. Any of these updates. Of course, I'm not going to let out, hey, because it's on my personal page, I'm a YouTuber sort of thing, and I've not had any issues. It's a bit ridiculous. People don't seem to think the quality of the mods that you use affect the game, and guess what? They do hardcore. And unfortunately, a lot of the American pickup trucks that are out there, the American trailers, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, the American mods in general, if you find them on different websites, they're bad. Now, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, in my experience, are most definitely bad. And it sucks. It really does suck. Was that a different sound? I'll back up and switch the engine off. That's a different sound. That's totally a different sound. I'm not sure why the game's still stuttering down here. It shouldn't be. Maybe because I am recording it's not happy. Now, OBS just updated as well, and hopefully it's that not causing issues. It shouldn't be. I wouldn't have thought. Alright, shut that down. We also actually need to get our... Why is it running the first course? Oh, did I have it set to do the first course? Or the nearest? What? What are you doing? Why are you back on the first course? I don't know about you guys, but that makes zero sense. Actually, it would have been over here. Yeah, it's still stuttering up here. There's only one thing that's changed, and that's I was on Meadowgrove yesterday with no issue. The FPS is really... Oakfield's always been a map that I've had issues when I've redone shader caches, so we may have to do a quick fly around. I was hoping we wouldn't have to do something like this, but apparently we do. As you guys can see by the FPS. That's the downside to nuking the shader and or shader caching, completely forgetting you do that, because the game lags while it generates the new shaders, but it shouldn't be doing it this bad. It should be okay at this point, I would think. How are the chickens doing anyway? It's been a while since I've been down this way. They're fine, because they're probably still so fresh. I've never seen that before. Should I traffic collision? Exit. Human player. I've never seen that in the log before. Granted, I haven't seen any traffic. Oh, there's traffic. I was about to say I haven't seen any traffic neither. I'll just monitor it. And there's another deep drop then too. Wow. Why is it? Is cosplay going backwards? What should be the next? Probably this. Maybe. Wow. Maybe cosplay's broken. Nearest waypoint. Because it shouldn't be dropping this much FPS. I'll be back. I'll stop the recording and see if it still lags. If it still does, then evidently it's an issue with the map, so... Oh, we should be back momentarily. Alrighty, we are back, and in theory, everything's okay now. I did another test and it still did it. I went over to Meadow Grove. It was fine. Well, no, did I restart? I think I restarted in between and did Meadow Grove. Anyway, I tested Meadow Grove, it was fine. Restarted my computer as well, and it seems okay in the test recording. I just did like 3-minute test recording, so fingers crossed, people. Fingers crossed. Sometimes computers can be funny things, and nowadays you don't need to really restart from updates, but sometimes it's just better. So hopefully everything's okay. Now, obviously, I did do a bit more running around as well. I didn't save where we left off, but when I was doing the testing, but the shader cache always saves, sort of thing, so it should be okay. I think it always saves. I don't know. But one thing I am noticing, I'm actually getting a solid 60 where I never used to get solid 60 constantly, pretty much. So I'm going to leave the FPS up to keep an eye on it. When I go into the yard, I was dipping and it was stuttering a little, but everywhere else it seemed okay, so fingers crossed with sorted the issue out. I put a plea of help into the group chat that on Facebook that me, Sim, and Rainbow Dave are in, just like, hey, I've updated, it's doing this, have you guys experienced it? And that was a negative. Well, Simulate was the only one that replied. Dave's probably still sleeping, the lazy bastard. But Sim said he uses Slob, so... which is OBS, but the Streamlabs version. Alright, nearest waypoint, drive course. So before the debacle of all of this kicked off, I think I was on about the sounds and the changelogs. Well, not necessarily changelog, but it would have been it would be interesting to know what in depth they actually changed on the sounds, because today, for me, yesterday for you guys will know, trust me, because it just absolutely filled the mod hub. Giants updated all of the stuff they have released, and all of it was sound fixes. What did they change? That's what I want to know. What did they change? Was it just pitches, tones, stuff like that? I don't know. It'd be interesting to know. Of course, modded vehicles really aren't affected by it too much. So something that we shall do is... What have we got on here? Oh, there's that. We'll run along and pick up the wrapped bales, so... And go over here, get rid of that one. Why has this got straps on it? When did I put the straps on? Off, 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 hoff, hoff. Well, of course it's... And I bet this thing won't be able to hitch onto the trailer, will it? Oh, well, it can. Surprising. There we go. And we'll just cart this off and dump it down here. I am shocked at the FPS gain I'm getting. What's happened? So 1.4 really made that much of a difference? Now, I can't remember if I said it... Well, I said it when I lost my train of thought because of... Oh, hello. That's why I don't use this thing for that. Because I lost my train of thought, but that page that I think I was on about... That I joined up on Facebook, I'm pretty sure I was on about it. That's, a lot of people complaining that they've got issues with 1.4 and FPS decreases and stuff like that. I'm just facepalming so hard. Oh, they fixed this baler too, the way the bales unload. And they still haven't added cables. They're updating it, but they're not adding cables into it. Oh, that winds me up. I don't know if it does you guys, but when Giants have added cables and stuff default to the game, and their own stuff that they've put up on the mod hub, it doesn't have it. I don't know, it just bothers me. Like, this is a brand new model. I don't think we've ever had this massive focus and baler into the game. Why has it not got the hoses on it and cables and stuff? It's probably something you're going to be using for the FSL League too. Come on now. Surely the FSL League's going to be their shiny thing. Look at the game! Right, I need to go to GPS and switch off show lines. Now I always used to get dips in the yard here, especially if I turned around, it would drop like a rock. There we go. That's normal for Oakfield for me. It's always done that. But to be predominantly getting 60 most of the other places, that's... yeah, they've definitely done some other stuff. Now, little stutters like we just got there, maybe it's had it loaded in a new shader. Bear in mind, I've not been around the whole map yet, obviously, so that doesn't bother me. But the lags that I was getting constantly beforehand, yeah, that was an issue. That's why I stopped and took care of it. You're just going to have to remember, and I'm glad I've been putting off that update, knowing full well it would probably throw a fit. And I've actually still got to, well, have lunch and then record a American Trucksome video for Saturday. I know, American Trucksome again. Why? Why aren't you doing ETS? I'm on an American Trucksome kick right now. Deal with it. Whoa. Did that bell just... oh, it's down there. Bop. I love what they've done to the sound of this tractor. It sounds nice. This is... I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the only tractors right now that I've been able to go, yep, they have really done something to the sounds on this one. That's why I'd like to know, what tweaks did they do? Ah, crap, I didn't want to pick that one up. Oh well. I definitely got a good amount of bales. That's something I want to talk about, actually. And there goes that trailer again. The Landini that got put up on the mod hub, and the Doots bale wrapper, basically, that's got, I think it's in test and I don't think it's live yet, that's up on the mod hub. Now, something that I've seen a lot of people talk about, especially the Landini. Rob came into TeamSpeak last night, and he was on about it. And well, anyone who knows how we've spoken of Rob in the past, he likes picking flaws in everything possible. And even if he's happened to watch us, which I know he won't, that's Rob for you. Irritating as all hell, but means well. So, they made these wraps shinier too. They look way shinier than they used to. Anyway, I get sidetracked. And he was saying about it. Well, if you guys Google the Landini Legendary or Landini Legend, guess what? It's a real tractor. Guess what? It's either Steyr based their tractor off of the Landini, or more than likely, Landini based their tractor off of, or bought and rebrand the Steyr. Kuhn do sell quite a lot of equipment to other manufacturers, other brands, and it gets painted up as John Deere. Apparently Doots. That's very common. Kuhn do that a lot with the John Deere mowers and stuff, it seems. Big time. So where am I getting at? The community's lazy, we know this, for the most part. Do your research. If you're going, well, what the hell, I thought they didn't let reskins on the mod hub. Google the name. It doesn't take 5 seconds. Go to Google Images and bam, your eyes is right there. Now, granted, when you're doing stuff like that, unfortunately, 90% of the time it's usually filled to farm some crap. It's all the pictures of all the mod sites that have already uploaded it. But you'll find the real one eventually, so you'll know what's going on. Just a little bit of research goes a long way. It really does. This trailer is a pain in the ass, it really is. Alright, let's load all those back on. Because let's be honest, this trailer works. Actually, I think I was going to use the Anderson stuff for this, so I've actually goofed. So I can place it down. I'm going to place it down by the fence there, if I can back this thing up. The problem I have with this trailer, and you can see it there, the dolly on it, whoever made this, I have no idea who the mod creator is, really goofed, and they've managed to make it so the dolly doesn't have complete through movement of moving around. It gets to a certain point and it just locks up. I'd love to be able to know what's causing that, if there's any way of fixing it. It's almost like it gets hung up on a collision, which it probably is a leftover collision from something. Actually, if I just do this. And pull... Oh, can you go back on this? You can go up and down, left and right, but you can't go backwards. I guess you can't go forwards neither, can you? Alright then. Well, I goofed that one up, didn't I? Big time. Yeah, using the Anderson thing, I was just going to go probably dump them in the silage. Clamp for now. Actually, I think I was going to dump them down in the other silage clump with the Anderson. There we go. And I may actually go grab the Anderson to do that now. To put the rest down there at least. So we'll park up. The FPS has been rock solid though, so yeah. I'm happy about that. That's always my biggest worry is, oh crap, I've updated something and it's really crapped itself. Anderson. Oh no, it's Balo technology, isn't it? And we need the square picker. I haven't used this thing before, I don't think. Is it that one? Robo-arm? No, I don't want to purchase it. Although it would be kind of cool to have it permanently. I think, yeah, it is that one, isn't it? I think that is the only square one. Yeah, I'm thinking of this one. Oh, you got this one for a square, but I think this stabs the bow. Oh, maybe not. That uprights it, though. Do I want to upright, or do I want them led down on the ground? Or does that upright them too? I can't remember how this one unloads. That holds 14. That holds 16. I guess we'll go with this one. Michelin's, Trollberg's. Trollberg's look better in my opinion, but hey. Oh, we're only leasing it. Yeah, we'll rock with this one then. Lease, yes. Okay. And because they're so nice, they bring it to us. That's going to auto-save. Reset. Yep. Okay. Let's use something different tractor-wise. Let's empty this too. Kind of got all flustered and doing all that on the sideline. This will probably fill this. Now this truck, for those of you that don't remember, I've been having issues on this map, especially with it, trying to figure out if I can get it to go up hills decent. And ended up basically, for poops and giggles, to try up in the horsepower, checking the torque, against the man truck. In the end, long story short on this one, if you didn't tune in at the beginning of the week, this truck now has basically got exactly the same as the man truck. Still handles like crap going up the hills on this map. Specifically this map. So, I'm led to believe that it's the weight mod to make grain and stuff realistic weights. Again, I don't know if it does actually make it realistic weights compared to what the game has it. It is, for sure. At the same time, for these type of trailers, granted this is 100% full, and with this truck and combo it's 39.9 tons, so yeah, realistically this would be legal in the UK more than likely. 44 ton maximum, right? Depending on the weights and yada yada yada. But certain grains you put in this trailer and you're looking at like 50 odd ton combined, which So I don't know. It definitely seems something funky going on with the friction side of things and all of that, but I think the man truck has the same issues actually. I really do. Okay, that's good to go. Like I said, I was going to pick a different tractor. Let's... I want to use the Fent, but it's just a bit extreme for that, right? So we'll go with this. We'll take off the front loader. Throw on the rear weight. On the front, where it should be. And I need to do some digging to see what sound files these are using, because here's another thing with the sound updates. Modded tractors. Modded tractors that are using the stock in-game sounds, the updates that Giants have done, does that then mean the modded tractors are using the correctly redone sounds? Or are the tweaks that Giants have done, which I've got a strong suspicion this is the case, in the XMLs of the tractors? That's the real question I have there on that one. I don't actually think we have that much to pick up, so this is probably a waste, but hey, we got it now. Should have used it instead of that. Big old piece of kit, this for sure. There's a part of me thinks that the sounds have carried over, because I would imagine this tractor is just using default game sounds. I don't know. I really don't know. I am really impressed by the FPS though. Genuinely surprised. So we'll pick these up, that's where we'll call it. It should be roughly where we want to be for time-wise. And like I said, I still need to have something to eat, and I want to record an American truck some too. I don't know what map to stream tonight. What were we on here? We were at Meadowgrove yesterday. I really like to make it so, ideally in an ideal world here, you're getting both maps technically a day by live stream. Well, by one as the video, one as the live stream, so technically today would be a Oakfield record in a Marwell, not Marwell, jeez, I keep on saying that, Meadowgrove video. Yeah, this is going to stack them high instead of laying them down. I think the other one lays them down, I'm really not sure. That's why I don't use these auto stackers too much. Because the barns I end up putting the bales in, typically, these I wouldn't, because they're wrap bales, they don't need to go on the outside. Or inside, should I say. That's going to work out perfect. Now the ideal's finished. Sweet. And that's all, folks. And transport position. Not hit the Y button for unload, I've done that before. Alright, go up and sort that out. Stop. And I was wondering if it could have been Courseplay 2 causing some issues. Did it get everything? It looks like it. Minus that section down there, that we'll get after. Grab us. Switch the FPS off. The FPS has been rock solid. I'm really actually quite happy about that. Put a bit of angle on the tyres. Frame that up in the picture there. Should be golden. Print screen. And we'll get this up to the yard. I think we will be on this map later, so should be golden. Like I say, we'll just take this up to the yard at least. And that's where we will call it. Now, the hills on Oakfield are no joke. They really pull your tractor back. But you still, I still have a hard time seeing a transport truck struggling that much to the point of just slipping out, especially four-wheel drive one. That's, yeah, I don't get that. Alrighty. Shut it down. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Sorry about the beginning of the video being a little all over the place and laggy and stuttery. I don't know how that's going to come out in the video, but we got to the bottom of it, which is the main thing. So until next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We will see you tomorrow for an American Truck Sim video, and then again on Monday for normal scheduled stuff. Catch you guys later. See ya.